All right, we are waiting for everything to connect here. Okay, perfect. Looks like YouTube is good. Awesome. Okay, let me get my screens in order here. Hello, hello. I am currently live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. I have the chats going live, hopefully, for YouTube and TikTok as well, or excuse me, YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully it works. My Twitch one doesn't look like it's working, so if it's not, I will remove it. But you'll notice that things look a little different right now. So we spent yesterday rearranging the craft room a little bit. Gonna work on some different lighting and just getting this to look a little bit better. So yeah, today we are continuing painting pumpkins and a little ghosty. Well, not a little ghosty, he's a big ghosty. And I already started him, so I'll show TikTok first. Isn't he cute? So we are working on, we are going to work on finishing him today. And then we do have a ton of other pumpkins we need to finish and paint today as well. So you'll probably get a view if you're watching on YouTube and Twitch of the ghost from me, and then a close-up of me painting the flowers from the other camera view. So, all right, let's jump in and get started. So I've been using a ton of black these past couple days with the pumpkins. And now that everything is like rearranged in my craft room, I feel like I don't know where anything is. But it will all be for the better eventually, so. And then for the paint palette, we are mixing basically just like a monochrome black to white gradient for the flowers. And then using the same white that we used on the base of the ghost. He's gonna get a coat of both black and white. I'm gonna move my mixing in view for Twitch, that way you guys can see the full view there. So I always start with the darkest colors and then work my way to the lightest colors. So each flower will get their darkest color and then we'll gradient, move on through all the colors. So we're gonna mix a nice solid gray to start out. And then that is gonna be the base for each flower. So I painted ghosts last year, and a similar scheme, but not this exact flower pattern. But I thought doing it in like the monochrome black and white would be really fun. So that is what we are doing. And he's kind of like awkward to hold because he can only sit up this way. So when I'm trying to paint and get him in view, he's a little awkward, but that's okay. He's cute, so we'll let it slide. Oh no, still glitching. Well, and also, oh good, well your chat did come up. I added Twitch chats to my screen, so I'm hoping that that works. YouTube on top, Twitch on the bottom. Oh, I realize I'm still on the Wi-Fi too. So we're trying to figure out, if our Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi will work better. We're playing around with some options. For some reason, my phone only likes the Wi-Fi, so right now we're rocking Wi-Fi. but we'll figure it out. We'll improve something for each stream, basically. All right. So that's kind of what like the base will look like. I'll show Twitch as well. So the base is gonna have the gray, and then like I said, we're gonna work up to each color being a little bit lighter. And that will just create the highlights for the flowers as well. Also, we officially watched our first spooky movie of the year. We did watch Casper, so maybe that is why I'm ready to paint some ghosts today. Casper's such a classic. It's actually really hard to find too. We rented it on Amazon Prime because none of the streaming services that we had Casper on it, which is surprising. Okay, so we got the front flowers all done, and then they wrap around basically the whole ghost. So we got a lot of painting to do on this little ghosty. I figured it would be easier for me to go live if I already had at least the flowers outlined. Sometimes I get chatting and I mess up my spacing. The last time I went live, I was doing so well, and then the last pumpkin I painted, my spacing got a little off. It's always the hardest part, is getting all the flowers just fit just right, where they're not overbearing and they're not all in a line, but you get the effect of the flowers. Let's do this one over here. And I know I said this last live, but all the pumpkins I'm painting are for our fall launch, which is going to be this coming Friday, August 31st, or excuse me, this coming Saturday, August 31st. I don't know why I said Friday. I need to make sure everything's ready by Friday. But we're putting all the new fall stuff on our website, including all the ghosties, all the painted pumpkins we did so far this year. And then I decided, because if you're like me and you like to decorate early, which I like to decorate early, I don't have all of my fall stuff done yet. So I think what I'm gonna do is on Fridays after the launch, we go to the beach basically right after the launch. So whenever we come back from the beach, we're gonna do a fall Friday drop. So every Friday is gonna be new fall things, just to give me some time to continue to create the fall stuff I wanna create. But I knew I wanted to get the pumpkins and the spooky carved signs out as soon as possible because they're always really popular. So yeah, that was my plan. Something a little different, which we never did that before. I normally just do one drop per season, but I think it will be a good challenge too for me to challenge myself and create new things each week. So I'm excited for that idea. We'll try it out, see how it goes. That's the beauty of it, is we can see if it works, and if it doesn't, that's okay. But I think it will be a good way for me to continue to make more fall, because I have fall shows basically all the way through October, mid-October. So I really need to have enough stuff to last me till then, but I start flipping to making Christmas, which sounds crazy to even start thinking about. But I start flipping to Christmas like mid-September. So I really want to continue all the way through September creating the rest of fall. Right, so that is where we're at so far with the little ghosty. He has a few around his head too. Let's see here. He's so cute. Okay, we'll do the top one. Ooh, picked up a lot of black there. And this is what I was trying to avoid. I just stuck my fingers right in the flower I just painted. That's okay, we'll touch them up later. All right, we'll work our way down now, I guess, since we already have a touch up we need to do. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Maybe I'll move the Twitch camera so we can see a little bit better there. I'm still working on my streaming setup / trying to figure out how to go live in all the places. Mainly I wanted to go live on YouTube, and I have a nice little maker community there. So like last time I went live, had some awesome chats with a few people. So working on getting all the streaming to happen at once. Would be nice if TikTok could be on my computer, but right now it can't be, so we're working on figuring that out. But right now you got the iPad, so you got an extra view over here. All right. And normally I go in and fill the centers of the flowers like after I have all the other petals painted. I had the black kind of thinned out just to help me get the outline of all the flowers. And if you guys are on TikTok, I'm also streaming on YouTube and Twitch. You might have a better view there, but go check it out. So this weekend, I keep forgetting what day it is. I keep thinking it's still the weekend. This weekend, we picked up some extra paint colors for the pumpkins, and I tried them all out today. Actually, all but one. I got 4 new colors, and they're so pretty. One is like a really deep, like autumn brown. Oh, it's so pretty. I just love the colors of fall. They're so relaxing, so warm. And this one's a little weird because it like falls over the edge. On the Twitch view, you can kind of see the edge here. On the TikTok view, you're only getting like half the flower. But I like to go over the edges, especially because like the edge kind of lifts up almost like you can see under his sheet. So I like getting a flower snuck under there. Woo. Keep hitting that camera. There we go. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. You can see I got a little funky with this flower outline. Also, I am trying, this is the first time I've streamed like, it's not even that late, but like later at night. Normally I'm streaming like during the day when I'm working. So if you like this better, please comment and let me know. I'm not sure, like I don't really have a schedule yet. I'm thinking definitely Tuesday, Thursdays. So this was just kind of like a random one-off. I wanted to try a couple new things on my Twitch stream. And I figured why not? I'm already painting, so we might as well go live and just try some things out. Thank you guys for the likes. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Digital Sin, welcome to the journey. We're painting a lot of pumpkins over here. Well, this is a ghost. This isn't a pumpkin, but. All right, I think I got all of them. Yes, okay. All right, so now we are going to go in with just a little bit of a lighter gray. I think this is like 12 inches tall. So, I mean, it's pretty tall compared to, let me pull the ghosts that I had last year. I'll show TikTok first. So this is the ghosts I were painting last year, and these are like, this is the one I'm doing now. So like, big difference. Same TikTok and Twitch, or YouTube and Twitch, sorry. I don't know who I'm talking to. But this is the one I was doing last year, and then this is the size I'm doing this year. Well, I'm doing both, but it's like a big and a mini. So, and they both light up, which is fun. You can see this little guy. He lights up too. So fun. Those mini ones, I'm gonna do a design that I did last year with more of like a cream and a beige and white, versus the bigger ones are gonna have the black and white combo to them. So they'll be slightly different. All right, so we're going in with a little bit of a lighter gray now. Let's start in the front since that's where we started first time around. Gotta lay him down. So I'll go in with a little bit of a lighter gray, and then the last step will be a little bit of white on a smaller brush as well, just for a little bit of highlight. Same process we did on a lot of those flowers the last stream. I always get so nervous when I'm streaming the other platforms because sometimes it shows me like not live even though I am, and I don't know why. Again, still learning, still figuring this all out, so. I don't know why it's saying that. Poor guy, I'm just like rolling him around. I feel like some of the spots look like not fully covered, so I might go back even with a little bit of that darker gray and just touch up. It might need 2 layers. Sometimes depending on the material, it does, and I don't know why. Like it pulls the paint a little bit more, I guess. I really like that darker shadow, so I want to make sure that stays there for sure. Alright, I'm just checking. I had to refresh, that's why. We're still live. No worries, no worries. Alright, so I think I am gonna go in with a little bit of that darker gray and just retouch up everything, just to make sure we are ready for that next color. Like, see that flower looks pretty good. Like that one covered a lot, so I don't know why. Some of them don't, some of them didn't. Can't explain it. and I think I did say this, but if you're watching the replays on YouTube or Twitch, let me know what times or days work best for watching. Like I said, this is my first time kind of doing one in the evening, which I know with everyone's time zones could be afternoon for you. For me, it's almost 4 o'clock. So I was trying to get one in before dinner time. But if you prefer something even later, like after dinner time, just let me know. Still trying to find my go-to schedule here. And obviously, I want to start going live multiple times, different days. So just let me know what works for you. And I'll see if it works for me. This has just been such a good week to try out lives. I mean, like I said, this is my 3rd time ever going live on Twitch and YouTube. I have gone live on TikTok multiple times, but it's just random. It's never like a planned, scheduled thing. So I would like to get better at just scheduling it and making sure it's in my weekly to-dos. All right, I want to show a better view here for YouTube. So I do use a bigger brush for this step. Well, same brush I used for the base. And then when we go in and do the white highlight, you'll see me switch to a smaller brush. But I just like how much this covers. I can get kind of like a side angle on the brush that will help create a little bit of that petal definition. Cute. You can see one of the areas that I will need to touch up after I'm done here. And that happens. Especially with these flowers like all over, it's hard to keep track of which ones I just painted and which ones might still be wet to the touch, so. I feel like I'm used to getting paint everywhere. think I need to make this a little tiny bit lighter. Again, flower I really messed up. All on the same side. Oops. I think the turning method is working good right now. We'll stick with that method. This one's just so hard to paint because it's such a large piece. I'm used to painting tiny, I feel like. Okay. That one's hard because it's right on the crease. All right, looks like we're wrapping around. Did I get the top? I don't think so. Now we gotta get the top. Top flowers, top 3. So maybe that will be our method. We'll roll them around until we get to the top, and then we'll do the top 3 and set it back up. Hey, Heather, how are you? I know, he is so cute. He lights up too. I don't know if you saw that earlier. Let me see if I can turn him on. Which I think will be so fun. I keep calling it a he. I don't know what it is. I'm working on a painted Halloween fall launch. I'm doing a bunch of painted pumpkins and ghosties and some skulls. So that is what I've been working on like all week on lives, basically. I know, he is so cute. I know when I saw it, so I showed this a little earlier, but I'll pull it again. So these were the ghosts that I did last year, and there's like, look how tiny they are compared to this one. I mean, they're both cute, but I think the smile on this one is just like, I love it. Yeah, they're launching this coming Saturday. I keep forgetting what day it is, the 31st. Yeah, so basically I'm just like painting my little heart out to see how many I can get done before the weekend. and going live while doing it because that's fun. Oh wow, they look very cute paired together. They would be a cute pair. I think I'm gonna do, so this one is very like gray and monochrome. I was gonna do those ones in like a cream and brown, like a more neutral palette, but do you think I should match them? Because that's a good idea. I wasn't sure. Last year when I did them, I did like a creamy color, and I really liked them because they were like a neutral ghosty. But maybe matching them would be a better idea. So they could go as like a set. You got me thinking. Also, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but when the weather changes, my allergies get crazy. Like I feel like I'm just dying to take a drink of something. You love the neutral idea? Yeah, I thought they turned out really cute last year. And I did some black and white ghosties too. Or, well, it was like a gray. It was actually a gray color. So the ghost was gray, which is different. And then they had the black flowers on them. So it was like a dark version and a light version. Now you got me thinking. I can't decide. Sorry, I'm moving you guys for a hot second. I gotta plug in my computer. There we go. Streaming on, I'm also streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So I'm like looking over here, doing all the things. Heather, are you somebody that decorates early for fall, or are you waiting till September? I'm a decorate early kind of gal. As you can tell by me trying to get fall frantically done before August is over. September, my boyfriend is that way. He was like, I tried to pull it out in July. He was like, can we wait until September, please? Or no, he's like, can we wait till at least August? And I was like, fine. It was like the end of July when I wanted to pull it out. I did find this year that a lot of the streaming services don't put on spooky movies until at least August, because I was also trying to watch spooky movies way too early, I guess. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, honestly, for Halloween. Like, I love spooky like, I love the Halloween movies and stuff, but we don't do a ton of Halloween decor. Obviously, I make Halloween decor, so, like, we have some of my stuff. But a lot of our stuff, I feel like, is very general fall. I like both. I never really, like, my parents never really decorated for Halloween growing up, so I think that's probably why I don't as much, but I love the season of it, so. All right, so this is where we're at, second layer of the little ghosty guy. I'll show you guys first. We got some touch-up areas in the back, obviously. All right, showing YouTube. Here's the second layer. He's looking cute, looking cute. All right, so now I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush so we can do some white highlighting. We're gonna lay him back down here. Gently. Lay him down very gently. And again, I just like using just a little bit of highlight to brighten up the petals. And then we'll go in and add white dots around the center at the end as well. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, so that is what the end flowers will look like, plus some white dots. So still white, but you can still see it pop on the little ghosty sheet. This one is just hard to see. There we go. So that's what the flowers will look like all over. Yeah, he's definitely gonna need some touch-ups. I see as I'm rolling him around, I try and keep my table as clean as I can, but there's obviously paint on the table too, so. And he is not sealed yet, so once he's sealed, that won't be a problem, but right now, while he's paintable, he's picking up different colors. That one kind of looks like a little heart. All right, working our way around the little ghosty very gently. I want to lay him down a little bit more. Keep hitting that camera. So sorry. It's my brush handle. Guess that means I need you a little farther away. Maybe you could take in the ghosty a little bit better. All right, last two on the front, and then we will do the top flowers. I keep getting so nervous when I'm rolling them around. There's like no better way to do it though. All right, now we gotta do the top ones. Keep moving him around way too aggressively. Got the side flower done. Keep spinning them here. All right. Last one on the very top of his head. I don't know if either of you can see that well, but all right. There we go. All right, so the flowers are good. I think I'm gonna go back and touch up all the middles. So this is what it looks like right now. I'll show Twitch and YouTube. Sorry you guys are getting like a close-up view here and a far-away view there, but turning out very, very, very cute. Okay, so I think I'm gonna touch up the black middles and then, oh, are you gonna add some sparkle? I wasn't planning on it. I don't think I have any like white or black sparkle. I only have like copper, but a lot of my pumpkins have metallic on them. So not sparkle, but metallic. So like this, I had to touch it up, but like a gold and orange. So there's like a black and copper one. So I do love a good like metallic. So you'll see a lot of those in the pumpkins. Probably not the ghosty though. All right, so let's touch up the black middles quickly and then we'll go in and put the white dots and then we should be able to call this guy, well, other than his touch up, pretty much done. I'll let everything dry before I go in and touch him up. And then we'll probably get to seal him tomorrow. I always try and give it like a day to dry just in case and then seal everything. So like I said earlier, I moved my craft room all around last night. So I don't know where. I have like a little dot tool that helps me like make the dots. I mean, I can use the back of my paintbrush too, but I like that little tool because it's different sizes. I have no clue where it's at. Like, couldn't even start to guess where it's at right now since we moved everything, but we might just be using our paintbrush for that, and that's okay. Okay, perfect. So I got all the middles done. Also, we are having pasta for dinner. And I don't know about you guys, but I always get so excited for pasta dinner night. I don't know, something about the carbs. I think about it all day. Like, I can't wait. All right, I don't know where I started with these, but give you guys a good view, hopefully. This is probably like the most tedious part, but I feel like this is like what really helps them come alive, is these simple little dots. Yeah, just something about it really brightens them up. I don't know. I love it. This was a design I like randomly came up with last year, and it like has really stuck. So I used this flower design on some of the pumpkins, and I used it on a lot of like ghosties last year. Thanks for the heart. And the likes, I appreciate it. Those always help push out the live. Like I said, I just started going live more often, probably within like the last month or so. I definitely should have been doing it more. So Heather, just a little bit about me. So I actually am a wood artist. So I do a lot of like woodworking and painting and mix them together. So a lot of times I'm in my wood shop and I feel like it's a little too loud to go live, unfortunately. But I love when I can do it when I'm up here. I go live sometimes when I'm setting up for craft shows. I travel and I do a lot of like shows, art shows, craft shows, that kind of thing. So yeah, starting to do it more. It's been awesome to just meet new people and get my business name out there. So I love it. It's fun. I'm working on the front flower here. I guess the back of the paintbrush works just fine. Still gets different sizes. I just like my little dot tool. And I definitely am not going to lay him down for this one because I don't want to mess up any of the dots because they do take a little while to dry. So if you can't see which one I'm working on, I apologize, but I don't want to mess up the dots. This is my favorite part. You've been in a creative funk lately? Yeah, I get that. Honestly, I kind of was there at the beginning of like creating fall, and I was repeating a lot of things that I did last fall that I knew worked, which is not creative by any means. I mean, I already know that it works, but I was still making things at least. Yeah, I hate when that happens, but I feel like honestly for me, which like sounds crazy because I'm doing it on a social media platform, but like I took a week off just like all social medias basically and like deleted all of them off my phone, and it was so relaxing and so rewarding because I'm the same way. I love watching other people paint and other people make, but then I find sometimes instead of like helping my creativity, I just think about like what they're making. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Could I make something similar? Which I don't know. I like to try and be as unique as I can. So yeah, that really helped me. which, like I said, I know is weird because I'm saying that on a social platform. um, what do you make? I always just love watching other people do like any kind of things with their hands, honestly. Like, it's so cool to watch just people make in general. I'm assuming you paint because you said you like watching others paint. Yeah. It's good to take little breaks, honestly. Like, I do miss it when I take a break, which is like also weird because it's like the internet, but like I think it's a part of our lives and definitely like a part of my business, so I have to have it, but it was so nice to just take a little break. We went like camping, so like literally had no service even. Oh, you've been taking a class to learn. Hey, it was a guess. I guess I shouldn't have assumed. It is a stress reliever. I 100% agree. Like, for me, like when I'm done in the wood shop, honestly, like that's pretty stressful to me. Like, just with like dealing with tools and stuff, you just have to be like uber aware. Versus I can sit up here and chat and paint and like just enjoy it. Talk to you guys, which is super fun. Like, I always joke too, like I'm basically by myself all day, every day, like in the house working or doing this. So like, it's so nice to even just come on live and like just chat with humans. Well, I hope your classes are going well. Are you doing like a specific medium, like watercolor, acrylic, oil? These are acrylics, but I want to learn. I have oil paints and I want to learn oil really badly. I've played with it some, but it's so different that I just don't know what I'm doing with it. You do make signs and do custom orders, but those are not painted like what you're doing. Okay, cool. Are they, like, how are you making them, I guess? Is it wood or like cricket? That's like the cool thing too. Like, I say that about woodworking and signs, and like everybody has a different style and everybody's stuff is so different. Even though you could be making like similar things, your stuff is unique and different. So X-Carve, neat. I have a Onefinity, which I love. Like, the CNC is also like such a good tool. Um, but again, it like creates a whole different type of sign, which is really neat. So fun. I love it. Do you do like any shows or anything like that? All right, we're on the top of his head again. Last time I was doing this live, I kept messing up, or I would mess up something, and I had to say like, "Oh, happy accidents," or whatever Bob Ross says, because I kept saying, "Oops, didn't mean to do that," but we fixed him. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, so we're gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna move him. Here's what he looks like. I love it, love it, love it. And then we'll touch up not TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. I keep wanting to say TikTok. That's what he looks like. Sorry you're getting the close-up view. We're gonna move on to some smaller pumpkins now. So this is also one of my new colors that I got. I wanted like a less bright orange, but now that I look at it, it's pretty similar. So this was another orange that I got. And I was like, is that too peachy? But I do like it. Like better than the bright one, I think. Like it's not as deep and bright as this one, but it's like very close. So when I see it on camera, it does look a little lighter, but I don't know. I think we're gonna keep it. We'll keep it that color, but I don't know how many more of that color I'm gonna do because I really like the lighter color better. And this was the one my boyfriend picked, and I picked this one. And he was like, just admit you like my color better. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Can't admit it. But I think he's right. All right, where is that paint? Probably put it down here. Again, because I moved everything, I have no clue where anything is, unfortunately. Actually, I think I moved that over there too. Boop, boop. It looks like I might have to do another layer of this color on a few spots. And then we can go in with a design. See, it looks so much lighter like in the lid, I feel like. But I guess it does dry down a little darker. Yeah, see, look, even when I'm painting it, how different the painted color looks from that. Like, I wish it would have stayed that color. I should know this by now. I have enough paint samples, but never works out like that. I guess that's why they make samples, right? Because it's really not that much different than my other orange that I use. I did officially have my first Starbucks coffee, well, fall Starbucks coffee this morning. Did I drive out of the way to get it? Absolutely, I did. And it was worth it. Very worth it. All right, another base coat of that orange color. That is not much different than my other orange color. All right, so what do I want to paint on this little guy? Maybe just another single flower. I was thinking about doing the outline in the new orange that we got because it is obviously darker. Or we also got this new brown color that I was telling you about that I really, really like this. This is like autumn brown if I ever seen it. Like, that is a perfect autumn brown. Let's do that. Maybe a little white, a little autumn brown. The stem can be this color, maybe. Let's see how they look together. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that will work. I just did a tiny little piece to see. No problem, Heather. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be here. I always wait to paint the stems as well. I think just because I want it to match whatever the design is that I'm doing. So since I'm going to use this brown as my outline color, I think it makes sense to make the stem that color. It's actually a perfect stem color. I was struggling finding like a nice like chocolate brown for some of the stems, or the one I was using was just like a little too light, I feel like. Hey, my friend Yellow Dog is back. What's up? Back from Iowa. I did remember you were from Iowa, actually, from our last live. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Monday. I forgot what day it was. I thought it was the weekend earlier, so. Thank you. Yes, my day is going well. Jumping on, painting a little bit later today than normal. Oh, and Julie just popped on from YouTube. Hello. How long have I been on live? An hour and 17 minutes to be exact, per what it says. Oh, that's so fun. You guys jumped in at the same time. Hello, hello, hello. Julie, did your notification work? I know you said that you had them on. I know I got a notification, and I don't remember getting that from last time. Oh, hello from Spain. Oh, and I also got a Twitch chat. You guys, chat's everywhere. I appreciate it. Hello. Better late than never. Hey, you got those replays. I was actually talking about how last time I'm trying, oh, you're at the dentist? Ugh, I'm so sorry for you. I kind of have the bad view, but on Twitch and YouTube, I have like a double screen. So I have like my face, and then I have my phone doing like a zoomed in version of like what I'm painting. Um, so it's a little everywhere. I'm sorry you're at the dentist though. That is never fun. But I hope everything goes okay at the dentist. I have like a weird like doctor phobia, I guess. I don't know. I don't like really like any medical anything. And I never used to always be like that, but. All right, what do I want to paint on here? I don't even know. I'm looking at some of my old paintings. Ooh, what if we do like some small little daisies? That would be fun. I'm looking at a painting I have behind me that I did like a couple months ago. Hello from the UK. Hello, Chris. I don't know if I've ever had anyone from the UK on my streams, so welcome in. What time is it there? Let's see, it would be like 10 o'clock at night, maybe? 10:30? Yeah, I think let's do some small little daisies, since this is a pretty small pumpkin. But I really like this brown fall color. I was close. So you're only 5 hours ahead of me. It's 4:30 here. Home and in the craft room now. Yay, Julie. So I was saying earlier too, I'm sure you'll catch it on the replay, but last night we like rearranged my whole craft room. Well, cleaned it out and like rearranged it. So now I'm in like the opposite corner, and I want to work on like lighting so you guys can see me better. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to like figure out this whole streaming thing. It's very new still, but it's been so much fun. I really honestly do enjoy it so much. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out the internet. So I'm afraid to switch it now, but I think I'm gonna jump on. I'm often on lives, but don't normally go on chat. Well, thank you for saying hello, because like I said, I'm very new at this, so I don't get many chats to begin with. So I always appreciate when people say hello. But Julie, I was saying, so I got an Ethernet cable and like routed it to our internet, and it worked last night, but for some reason it did not like my iPhone camera. So like my second view camera, it wasn't working. So I need to figure out how to get both. I actually ordered an actual webcam today. So hopefully in a few days I'll be able to figure out why. It says it's not going to be here till September 1st, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. We might have to deal with the glitchiness for a little while, unfortunately, but I'm trying. I appreciate you letting me know though, because I'm working through all the issues and trying to figure this whole thing out. Chris, that's awesome. I appreciate you jumping in chat for real. That's so fun. I was telling Julie last time too, like I really wanted to do this on YouTube mainly because I'm building my channel there, but I figured if I'm gonna do it on YouTube, I might as well do it on Twitch. So I'm like learning Twitch. So if you're on there, give me a follow too. But yeah, it's been a cool journey. Just figuring it out. I'm not as tech savvy as I thought I was. Learning as we go, for sure. Thank you for the likes, Anita, on TikTok. Appreciate it. We're working on painted pumpkins right now. I just realized I was holding it out of frame. You really like the yellow orange pumpkins. So yeah, so I this weekend went and got some new colors because I mixed a color similar to this and I really, really liked it. And I was like, I just need to buy like a paint sample that matches it. And then I got this new like chocolatey brown like autumn color. And I'm like, oh, it's perfect. Wait till you see the pumpkin that has that color on it. It's gorgeous. And Julie, you missed. I painted a whole live ghosty. So, and I set him far away, so I'll have to leave you hanging to see him until the replay. But that's what I worked on first, and then now I'm moving to pumpkins. But I think I'm gonna jump on a little later too. I planned on starting dinner at like 5-ish, maybe ish. We'll keep it very ish tonight. And then probably jumping back on later tonight because I'm going to be painting anyway. So I figured I would just I want to try the Ethernet cable and see if that helps with our glitchiness. So maybe if you can jump back on, that would be awesome to let me know. You love the color on the desk, the brown color? You love the color of the other one. Oh, this one. The orange, it is called Flaming Torch by Bear. And that's the code, the Bear code for it. So I got it at Home Depot. I don't know if you guys had those, but yeah, I was saying that I wanted not as bright of an orange. I'll show you the one I did last week. Julie, you probably were on live when I did this one. But I felt like it was a little too bright. So I was like, oh, I want something a little more muted. But I feel like they're very similar. So I did not do a good job picking colors. This one is slightly a little more like pastel and muted, but not by as much as I wanted it to be. So it dries down a lot darker than I thought it was going to. Yeah, playing with different, I like have way too many paint samples. I say like I'm not gonna buy more until I like use the ones I have, but I always buy more. It's like, how can you not? I feel like I want another little bud maybe here. Thought maybe on my end, closer to the server. Nope. Yeah, I think it's me. I had actually my boyfriend check on Twitch when I first got on, and he said it was still glitchy too. I feel like yours is a little worse than what I'm seeing for some reason, or from what other people are seeing. But again, I think it's mainly me. So we'll play code. You try and guess what I'm saying. But I am working on it. We're gonna figure out why it's so glitchy. But I'm glad you could jump in again and at least hang out while maybe you're working too. Are you working on some wood burnings tonight? I still can't believe how many ornaments you got done. You got me really thinking about Christmas already, which is like crazy. All right. I have a bunch of white over here on my plate off camera, so I'm gonna mix up some of that brown and white and see if we can get a nice creamy color that's gonna go with this pumpkin. We don't have brand in the UK, but equivalent to Home Depot. Ah, B&Q. See? I'm learning something new. Same layout and the orange theme. So yeah, the dupe of Home Depot. Yeah, but maybe you can look up a comparable color into what they have, or whatever brand they have. I just went in and tried to pick something that I thought would work. Again, this was a little darker than I wanted, but I do like the color. I think it's a pretty color. Do you do any making, Chris? I'll go back and watch the replay for sure. Thank you, Julie. Hey, it helps my watch hours either way, so I appreciate when you watch. Maybe twice. But I appreciate when you're live and I can actually talk to you too. For the first hour is basically talking to myself, so me and Heather on TikTok were talking. Oh yeah, I really like this cream color already. All right, so we're gonna go in with this cream. And sorry, TikTok, I realized I'm holding it out of screen, but we're painting pumpkins on Twitch and YouTube Live right now. So I figured you guys could come along for the ride. Hello, Gwen. Thanks for jumping in on YouTube. I just saw, I don't know if you're still on Yellow Dog on TikTok. I just saw your comment. You're having a good day now that you're off work. I feel that. It always makes a day better. So these are a little bit bigger than the daisies I painted in this other photo. Here, I'll pull it off that way you guys can see it. So this is a print I have actually on my website, but I was going for like these little white daisies. I'll show you here. I actually don't know if I have this one on my website actually. The little daisies like that. This is a new print because I only painted this in like May maybe? And I just started doing prints too at shows, so that's very new for me as well. But they've been a fun way to just, one, like recreate my art and get to share it with more people. And that original actually sold the first show I took it to, which is always like super cool as well. Like sometimes you have a piece and you keep it for a long time, and other times you make it and it sells right away. And I never know why. I never try and figure out why, but yeah, it's always cool when it finds the right home right away. Yeah, these are definitely a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I think once we add the white highlight, it'll help them brighten up a little bit. And I wonder, should I do center dots on these maybe? I'm looking at my example photo of what I did on the other painting. I have like light centers on the other painting. I don't want it to be stark white. I still think I want it to be like a cream, but obviously a little bit lighter than the color we were just using. pretty. Get a little bit of contrast there. I think we're going to do a white center too, or white dots around it, maybe like the ghost we just did. It's real shiny on Twitch. It's hard to see there for a second. And Julie, I don't know if I'm still glitching, but I was saying that I'm trying to come up with my schedule. Does evenings or like during the day work better for you? Because I'm trying to figure out what makes sense. I normally go live like during the day, just because that's when I'm working. But I want to do like, I think a nighttime one and like a maybe during the daytime one. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. But right now on my schedule, I have Tuesdays and Thursdays lined up for streaming. But I think it would be nice to have a time that way you know when I'm going live and you can jump in versus like today. And you're like, oh, you've been on here for an hour and I missed you. Okay, I'm playing around with trying to pull up my chats here. I'm still new at figuring out all these windows. I think the goal is you set them up and you don't play with them, but I keep playing with them and that's the problem. You love the layering process of my florals. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a process. I will say that. I can't wait for you to see the ghost that you missed earlier. Honestly, he's really cute. I'll have to pull it actually. Hopefully I'm not glitchy. I'll pull it before I end the stream. That way you can see it. I'm not going anywhere yet though. Don't worry. I think I made that stem like way too crazy, like thick. We'll see what we can do with that. I feel like my hands are shaky today. Some days they are, like, I don't want to hold anything steady. Okay, so what do I want to do with the stem? I feel like I want to give it some color. Like I feel like it's too blah right now. I am gonna put some dots around. Just to brighten up the middles there a little bit. If you guys can see it, the dots are cute. Something a little different with the dots. So I need to figure out what I want the stem to be, because I like the brown, but I think I just need some color in here to break up the browns maybe. I'm moving him all over. Sorry, guys. That's what it looks like. In TikTok, that's what it looks like. Using my finger as a stabilizer is probably not the best solution. Yeah? Maybe holding it so you guys can see would be really good of me. Professional streamer over here. I was saying earlier, because I moved my craft room all around, I can't find my little dotting tool. So I've been using the back of the paintbrushes, which works, but I feel like I have less control over the dot size. So I have to be like extra careful and not make them too big. Especially on this little flower here on the corner. Cute. Okay, I do think I want a green. Do I have a green handy? I think behind me here. Let me grab that real quick. We got some hemlock green, one of my faves. Oh, the sample's seen better days though. You're loving this one too. Thank you. I really should, before I stream, like get inspiration photos and like put them up so you know like what I'm going for. But I just haven't done that yet. Maybe that will be good motivation for the next time. I'm trying to improve something every time I go live, something new. So, all right, what do I want to do here? I think I'm gonna thin these stems out a little bit, or give the illusion that they are. I mean, obviously the brown is back there, but it'll just be like an added shadow maybe. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, I definitely like the green. That was a good choice. Man, my hand is so shaky today. Hi, Hillary. Welcome in on TikTok. We're doing painted pumpkins tonight. All right, I think I'm gonna do some white highlight on this one too. We did a painted ghost earlier, which was really cute. I'm doing all this, so I'm doing like a pumpkin launch at the end of the week on my website. So I'm painting my little heart out for the week, basically. On live. So I'm live here on TikTok and then live on YouTube and Twitch also. So if I look this way, that's what I'm doing. I feel like the highlight on this stem is very subtle, but I like it. And I think it will help just see the green a little more. That hemlock green is pretty dark. I admire your Dremel work yesterday. Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure if you followed me already or not. Yeah, it's funny because when people see me painting, I have to explain that I also do woodworking, and like that's mainly what I do, not painting, but cool. I'm glad you got to check it out. I need to make more Dremel pieces, honestly. Well, scroll saw pieces, whatever you call them. I currently only have one in my inventory, which is like a great problem to have, but I just haven't got to sit down and like give myself more time to make them. They do take, like it takes a lot of time to make those for sure. Cute. All right, I think this one's probably done. I'm gonna clean up those brown, the little accent fun marks on the top. I don't know what I'm gonna call them, but I'm gonna make them a little more smooth. Hey, Allegra. Quickly jumped in and then jumped out. You know what? I might make these accent marks metallic. Is adding metallic an extra, being a little too extra with this one? I don't know. I feel like it just needs something else. I thought it was you. I'm new to your page. Oh, nice. Okay, so are you doing like scroll saw or laser to cut the pieces? I'm glad you found my page. I always love knowing like how people found my stuff. But yeah, watching other people is like, you can learn so much just from watching. Me and Julie on YouTube were talking about that yesterday, or last time I was live. Like it's just so cool to like watch everyone's process because everyone does stuff differently. The screen went black and came back. Julie, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. We gotta figure this out. I'm glad my screen's not black anymore though. Scroll. I have a friend who has a laser, but she's hard to work. Oh yeah. So I have both. I'm honestly so glad I like have the scroll saw skills though. That's a tongue twister. So like highly recommend like any laser user have a scroll saw also. But yeah, I'm so thankful I have the skills because sometimes, you know, you just need it for a quick cut. I personally like that I can cut pretty thick on the scroll saw versus the laser. I can't go as thick right now. I'm still playing the learn mine, honestly. So I can probably cut thicker than I think I can, but I just haven't figured it out yet. And I just like that there's no charred edges that you have to deal with. So Yeah, I mean, I think the scroll saw is cleaner, but it's cool how good you can get it, like how fast you can get good at it. My tongue is twisting today. Like I have a picture, I think it's on my Instagram actually, of the very first scroll saw cut I ever did, and it was awful, like terrible. So keep going, keep practicing. That's like the best advice I have, and keep playing with like what you're cutting. All right, I think this guy's done for now. I might add some metallic later. I'm not sure, but we're gonna let it dry and just see how we feel about her. All right, back to this pumpkin. I don't know if Chris is still on, but he liked this color, so I don't know what I want to paint. I think I want to use that brown again. That brown, and they just look pretty together. That's awesome though that you just started. And honestly, the shaping, my biggest tip for that would be like go harder, like shape farther and more than you think you need to. Because when I first started shaping, I wasn't taking enough material off, and the thicker material you have, the more you can round over and take off. So it's actually better to cut a little thicker if you can. You'll just get that more defined round over. I filmed a whole entire like scroll saw tutorial for YouTube. Have I edited it yet? No. But you're giving me good motivation that I need to edit it, because like these kind of tips are like everything I want to put in the video. And I go like from start to finish of like making a big scroll saw piece basically. All right, what are we painting on this guy? This is why I need my inspiration photos handy. Yeah, you know, sometimes I just need a kick in the butt, and that's okay. Don't we all sometimes? All right. I'm trying to pull up on my computer an inspiration photo that I had. I did go through and collect some. Oh, actually, oh no, it's not on my phone because my phone is filming right now. I was like, oh, I can just use my phone. Just kidding, I can't. This streaming is a whole nother world. I have so many things set up right now, I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. Inspiration photos. Maybe I can throw it up on... Maybe I can throw it up on the screen for streaming. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this. We'll play with it. We'll see if I can add it here. So we're not going for the color of this, but we are going to use the shape as inspiration. I think that, honestly, I get a ton of inspiration from like tattoo artists, especially with my my wood burning. So Julie, if you're here, that's a great place to just see like shading and stuff. Oh, that just blew up real big. Okay, let's make it a little smaller here. All right, so this is the flower that we're going for. So again, just the shape of this flower is what I'm thinking. Going for the shape, not the color. You agree, beautiful art. Yeah, it's so cool to watch. And like, again, like tattooing is such a different medium, but it's so pretty. Like, and like everyone has a different style, which is so cool. So I love watching and like seeing end results of tattoo artists. Okay, so this is some larkspur, which I love the shape of this, like the long, like leafy flowers, so that's what we're gonna go for on this pumpkin. And look at me getting better at streaming, throwing photos up there. Welcome back, Heather. I see you popped in. All right, so we are going to kind of just draw the stems first, just to give me something to work off of here. So I'm gonna do the same shape, but in fallish colors, I think. This is the song I didn't like last stream. That sounds crazy. I'll have to remember to remove that one. I was like, what? Why does this sound so dark and scary? It was funny, this playlist I made like basically right before I streamed for the first time and was like, I am gonna need music, so I need to put together a playlist. All right, so we got 3 stems going on here, and then we're gonna have like 1 coming off to the side maybe. And I like odd numbers, so we're probably gonna have, I don't know if another flower, but maybe some like leafy things on this side. Now with these, they start like really close to the stem and then kind of bloom, flowers bloom off of it. And this is why I like using a dark color to just kind of like sketch out what we're doing, because I can just kind of play around with the shapes of things. We don't have to be super exact with our outline, but we do use it as a pretty decent guide. So I think it's good to have a good idea of like what you're doing. And it almost gets wide in the middle and then again like tapers off. So maybe we'll throw in some little leafy things. Very technical terms here. Right, and same thing, starting small. This one looks like it branches a little more and more space in between. And honestly, I'm just looking at a very small picture of this. So like that's one thing too, is like, it's almost sometimes better to like, I think, not get a full, like just get the shape of what you're going for. That way you can kind of like make it your own as well. At least for me, I paint very abstract, so sometimes not a big blown up picture is better for me. Yeah, it's almost like it spaces out. And has little bulbs coming off the side too. So we want to capture the bulbiness, we want to capture the little leafy things coming off the side. And then obviously the flowers as well. And they're kind of facing in different directions depending on the plant. And this one has them kind of overlapping towards the end. So I think what I'm going to do is create this outline, and then I'm probably, yay! Oh, yay! Chris, you jumped from YouTube. Hello, hello. Glad you found me on TikTok. So fun. I do the same thing. I love finding people like in all different areas, like all different platforms. It is a better view on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how to do, well, so TikTok Studio, which is like their live platform, told me that I needed 10,000 followers to basically do what I'm doing on YouTube on TikTok, which I'm not there yet. So hopefully one day we'll be able to share both views, or it just looks better, honestly, and it's hard to like show both. But thank you for joining me here. So fun. I love it. I try not to favor one over the other, but I know it is a better view over there. All right, so outline here. So we're working on an outline of a flower. The flower itself is purple, but I'm gonna do it in like fall colors. So I'm just using it for an outline basically. And then we'll make it our own after that. So you said you watch a lot of lives on TikTok, or excuse me, on YouTube. Do you watch like anything in particular? Or you just kind of bounce around when you find a live that you like? Again, like I just started streaming live probably, well, last week. Like this is only my third time streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I've been making YouTube videos for about a year-ish consistently. I say consistently very loosely, but started taking it more seriously. I really do enjoy it a lot though, so I want to get more consistent with it. But it does take a lot of time too, so just trying to find the balance of it all. All right, and like I said, for symmetry, I think I'm gonna add some leaf or something on this side. I don't know. I just need something else on the other side. I don't know what. I think I'm gonna make this stem the same color too as this brown. Maybe we'll just hide a couple leaves shooting off the side there for symmetry purposes. I like that. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I know you guys can't see the influence photo, but I think that's gonna look awesome. Okay. I am gonna do this stem, this brown. I just love this brown. Welcome back, Heather. See you pop back in. should probably switch to my larger brush. Sometimes I just keep using the same brush and I forget. It's gonna take forever using that tiny brush. I get in the zone, I get focused and forget what I'm doing. I'm gonna take off the inspo photo on YouTube and Twitch, just so you can see what I'm painting a little bit better. Oh, is it still there? Well, I'm glad it worked. I just tried to remove it, so you'll have to let me know if it did actually remove. I think it did. Maybe. Brave and talented to freehand. You know, sometimes you just gotta go for it. I mean, I told you last live, I'm definitely more of an abstract painter. Like when people can make like really realistic art, I'm always envious because anytime I go very realistic, it doesn't look good. I probably just need more practice with it, but we're going for it. We're getting the idea of that flower and then making it our own. I actually pulled that. I had a bunch of flowers pulled for birth month flowers. So I don't know if you've seen my website, Julie, or not, but I have like carved flower signs. So it's like a matte black sign and it's carved into the wood, but I want to do, and this is a little sneak peek, I'm hoping in September to launch like a birth month flower collection, like a made to order. I've had multiple people ask, or they want to get like their family, like father, mother, son set of their flower, like birth month flowers in that style. And I just haven't had them drawn up yet. So I've been working on drawing like my versions of those because there are files out there that you could get of like other people's drawings, but I really, really want them to be my own. So I've been kind of putting it off, and by kind of, I mean like probably for years, honestly. I think my boyfriend told me to do that like 2 years ago, and I just never have. Right, so this is what we're working with, but yeah, so. Nope, now it's gone. Woohoo! Okay, look at me getting better at streaming. Learning something new every day. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that will be a cool launch too. I think I'm just gonna make one of each just to have it like get my website set up for it and then see if they're popular. I don't really know, but I'm gonna say like made to order, I think, because I don't have enough room in my show stuff to like take every month and take like a selection of every month, unfortunately. But people at shows do ask that too, so at least I could send them to my website if, yeah. All right, so that is where I think we're gonna hold. I'm getting hungry, so we are going to stop the stream for now. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Chris, for finding me. Thank you, Julie, as always. I think I'm gonna pop on a little bit later, so if you're working in your craft room later, keep an eye out, because I'm gonna play with the Wi-Fi and see if I can get a better connection, and hopefully it's not as staticky, but thank you guys for joining the live, and the replay will be on YouTube as always. All right, shutting off TikTok and shutting down here. Bye, Julie.